Hey guys, ET here from Sunbros, and today I'm really excited to be bringing you guys another hero quick look video. We're going to be talking about Astrid. Astrid is a class warrior in role mobility. As you guys can see in the bottom left, pretty even keel across the board, except for a much above average ability damage. Astrid's passive is called Bladed Guardian. When Astrid's HP falls below 80%, she gains a shield that absorbs damage. Additionally, when the shield is active, it deals damage to all surrounding enemies. Cooldown is reduced with normal attacks and with ability damage done to enemy heroes or monsters. Astrid's first ability is Spin Slash. Astrid swings her mighty sword around, dealing damage to surrounding enemies. If Astrid hits an enemy hero, her attack speed is increased, and that increase goes up based on total amount of enemy heroes hit. Astrid's second ability is Fearless Charge. Astrid charges forward, dealing a bunch of damage and slowing enemy movement speed for 1.5 seconds. Additionally, she decreases the armor, and her next normal attack will be a critical hit and reduces the cooldown of Fearless Charge. And last but certainly not least is Astrid's ultimate, Dire Blow. Astrid powers up and becomes immune to all damage for 2 seconds. After 1.5 seconds, she swings her sword, dealing a bunch of damage, and for every percent of health that she's missing, it adds a percent of extra damage. The ability also slows enemies' movement speed, but if the enemy's HP is higher than Astrid's, then they get stunned. Next, we're going to be covering Astrid's pros and cons, starting with her pros, which are her strengths and things you're going to want to take advantage of if you're playing as Astrid, things you're going to want to avoid if you're playing against her. Obviously, her first and most obvious pro is that Astrid has an ultimate that makes her immune to damage of all kinds for 2 seconds. Obviously, this has a bunch of different uses, whether it's just for damage or it's just to be getting ready to effectively ult the enemies in a team fight, or of course whether you're dying and simply need to figure out a way to get away. That ultimate and being immune to all damage for 2 seconds is really incredible. Astrid's second pro is the passive shield. It does actually scale up to be quite a difference maker. The shield just adds a level of natural tankiness to Astrid that a lot of warriors and other heroes don't have. Even though the cooldown of this passive Bladed Guardian starts at 24 seconds, the ability to reduce the cooldown via hitting people with auto attacks and abilities actually makes it proc way more often than you think when she falls below 80% health. Astrid's final pro is her natural ability to buff and debuff. Not all heroes have an ability like Astrid's first Spin Slash that allows them to gain attack speed based on how many enemy heroes they hit. And what's even more rare is for an ability like her second ability, Fearless Charge, which reduces the amount of armor that the enemies have by 30% for 4 seconds. But having the combination of the two is pretty strong, and we thought it was worth putting on the pros list. Next, we're going to be moving on to Astrid's cons, which are her weaknesses, things you're going to want to avoid if you're playing as her, and things you're going to want to take advantage of or exploit if you're playing against her. Astrid's first con is that because of the 1.5 seconds it takes for Astrid to charge up and use her ultimate, it is avoidable by the more savvy and mobile heroes in the game. Astrid's second con is that because her second ability, Fearless Charge, is a very short range dash and it has a pretty decent cooldown on it, Astrid is a hero that I would generally consider pretty easy to kite. Generally, Astrids are going to be building items that naturally have movement slow abilities on them to help her keep up and not get kited as often. And of course, the third and final con for Astrid is that she's very inconsistent crowd control for a warrior. The stun on her ultimate is not guaranteed. The enemy has to have lower health than Astrid for that to go through, otherwise it's just a simple slow. Additionally, because the ultimate is a little bit easy to dodge or to avoid than most people's, that also reduces the amount or the quantity of crowd control that Astrid is going to be able to get off in any given game. That's it for this one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and of course check out our other content like our how to play videos, as well as our top 5s, and of course our Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night live streams. Thanks for watching, and as always, till next time.